Latvia 0, England 5 as England qualify for the World Cup of the summer of 2026. A dominant display. Stay tuned to the very end to get my thoughts on that England performance, the win, the importance of it. Also looking ahead to that 2026 World Cup. And also be giving my player ratings for this game. So do stay tuned to the end. Keen to get you involved in this one. If you're new, please like and subscribe. So let's get straight into it. So first, it was a dominant display from England, one of total control, and I think England played with real energy, zap and flair at times, and it was most notably to say, I think dominance is the right word. I think it's very good from start to finish. Minute 1 to minute 90, England had control of this game. Don't get me wrong, we did against Wales when those substitutions happened. In particular, kind of that mid-phase, late second half, that rhythm was disrupted. I think some of it was to do with the atmosphere, but I think a lot of it was to do with the substitutions made. But in this game as well, I just think the substitutes were excellent. They come on and you can tell everyone's trying to impress, but also not take too many risks that, things don't work out. So, I think that's important to note. But England were very good tonight, and I think there were individuals that stood out. For example, Conce, I think that tackle's excellent. Harry Kane, need I say any more? Beautifully taken goal, took his penalty well as he always does. I just think he's excellent, and for me right now the best player in the world. And because it's a Tottenham channel, I'm a Tottenham fan as well. I have to talk about Jed Spence. He plays a big part. Won't officially get it as an assist or goal contribution, but plays a big part in the goal. Thought he was excellent tonight. Any mistake he made, he either did make up for, or at least really try hard to, with his excellent pace. Anderson thinks it's a breath of fresh air to watch. So no, for England it was totally dominant, and have qualified now for the World Cup, which is inevitable. It's always going to be a matter of when rather than if. And right now top of Group K as well. So first place, 6 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses. So that's pretty impressive. 18 goal difference as well with 18 points. So maximum points. Got Albania in second, Serbia in third, who we face next on international duty in November. Latvia in fourth, who we play with 5 points, and Andorra in fifth. They've just got a single point. Whereas Albania in second got 11, Serbia got 10, Latvia 5, Andorra 1. So England, 7-point gap on Albania. It's quite nice to go into it. So very good from England tonight. No kind of complaints. Big credit and shout out to the England fans listening on TV. You could hear them throughout. Thought they were amazing, and real dedication I think it is to go somewhere where it's in particular wet but also cold midweek. Latvia away, that's real commitment to football, it's commitment to England, it's commitment to your nation and country. So applaud them, and Tuchel them in particular, but also the players really appreciating it at the end. And of course we know with Tuchel calling out the atmosphere, I think it's right to do so at Wembley, and I think he showed good humour, and as did the fans as well, and a good connection. That's what you want as well, a bit of banter there. So I want to get into player ratings then, because this is a new edition. I've always done player ratings, but not part of the match reaction. So we start with goalkeeper Jordan Pickford, who I thought was hardly needed, but when he made some good saves, and the times you think, oh my god, Pickford's panicking, but he seems to always get the decision right, so I give him an 8. Spencer give an 8, thought was very good, as I said, made up for pretty much every mistake, so an 8 as well. Conce as well, that tackle alone is really important, but it's another clean sheet for England. I just really like him, I feel comfortable with him right back, or right centre back, left centre back. I think he can play it all, and I think he's a real credit to Aston Villa and a credit to his nation. So Conce is a very key defender, and he's a very key part of the lineup right now. So an 8. Stones give an 8. I think he got an assist as well, didn't he? Just looks very comfortable as he always does. Definitely got to be a starting defender. 8 as well. Lewis Skelly, I give a 7 at times. I thought a couple of poor deliveries into the box, but he hasn't played for a while, so I give him the benefit of the doubt. And overall, he's a very good full-back, isn't he? Let's be honest with you. He still does look good going forward. Looks good defensively. Rice, I give a 6. Just didn't quite click from him out of any England player. I think he was one of the ones that struggled on the pitch. That pass that he saw, couldn't quite pick it off, and was frustrated himself a couple of times. Anderson, we'll say it again, I can't repeat myself enough. Breath of fresh air, going to give him an 8.5. You could go a lot higher. And I'm looking at him, knows goals or assists and does nothing outstanding, but it's hard to explain. And Wharton's a very similar player for Crystal Palace. They just had this calmness, control and dictation, and Anderson just glides with the ball. It's beautiful to watch. And right now he's position's got to be at least, no position's locked in, but it's got to be secure for now a little bit. Rodgers, I give a 6. Didn't really see a lot from him tonight. Very neat and tidy on the ball, but we didn't see his creative spark that we know he is capable of. Saka, give an 8. Again, I thought he was good. We didn't get to see him too much, but I thought we showed in moments that what he is capable of. I think he's a very dangerous player, and recently it's important to know he's just coming back from injury, so that's why he might not be at his absolute complete best, but he's still looking very good. Gordon, I give an 8. I thought it was quiet in this game, but what a goal it was. That's what you call solo goal, cuts inside as well. When he has a half a yard, Gordon, he can produce, and he can tell when it leaves his foot. He knows it's going in from his reaction. We know it's going in, so all credit to Gordon, great player. Kane, I give a 9 again, just superb. Took the penalty extremely well, as he always does. Professional, classy, consistent from the spot, and it was a little hop, skip and jump. Reminds me of Jorginho, what he used to do for Chelsea, and he used to do for Italy as well, and probably still does now as we speak. But you have never had any doubt in Kane, though he does of course miss them. He's human, but very comfortable from the spot. Then substitutes. Then Eze, I've got to give him a 9. It pains me as a Tottenham fan, but let's be honest with you, comes on and scores. I think he made a real statement tonight to Tuchel. There's real fierce competition, in particular in attacking places in this England team. I'd say that number 10 role, that left hand side, that kind of 4-3 or 4. There's real depth and quality there for Tuchel, which is a nice headache to have. Because I think from now until the World Cup, the only problem a couple of problems Tuchel's got is mainly injury selection, which I think a big part of what managers pay for. And it's a beautiful kind of problem and headache to have, that you've got all these lovely options, this depth, this quality, but also injury problems will be a big thing. But home and dry for the World Cup and things look good. I think we're in a really strong position of going and winning it, at least giving us a chance to do so and be competitive. But back on topic, Eze has to be a 9. I thought he was very good and he made his case known, and big performance from him off the bench. Henderson, I give an 8, just comes on and he denied, he's turned down, or at least kind of softened the talks of him being just here for a cheerleader. But I think he's a great group leader. I think he's leads by example. I think he's a very good talker from the impression you get anyway. I don't know this, but I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he was very good tonight, very tidy on the ball, comes on, just adds that calmness and control. Perfect play you want to bring on when you're winning. I think he's been a great sign as well, by the way, for Brentford. Bowen, come on, give an 8, did get an assist. I think it did lack that final quality, that final pass, that final shot, if I'm honest with you. But he's getting involved, he wants the ball like Henderson did, getting good moments to Bowen, so full credit to him. 8. And Burn, I'll give a 7. Actually, some of these tackles and recovery runs were perfect. You always look at Burn and think, you're tall, you're a bit lanky, but his rule, of course, as you imagine, breadth and set pieces. It was as soon as he come on, even though they didn't directly do anything from him, you could tell there's a panic among the Latvia defence and excitement among England taking the set pieces and the corners. But he's very tidy as well defensively. So those are my player ratings. And just to summarise, a very good and dominant performance from England. The confidence booster we wanted and needed ahead of the World Cup. Individually really good, but more importantly as a collective, as a team, very good from start to finish. And we know that games are going to get tougher, and a lot of people will say, look, it's only Latvia, or it's only Wales, or you've got all the easy games. That's true, but you can only beat what's in front of you, and that's what we're all saying. That's credit to Tuchel and the players have done exactly that. Scored in the last 18 or 19 games, breaking records since the 1950s or 60s. And this is a good England team. I don't like to get too carried away, be so egotistical about my own country, but there's no doubt about it. There's attacking flair, there's attacking confidence. It's about getting that Tuchel's best 11. Needs to find that out still. But either way, that depth and quality is so important. We've still got more to add, hopefully, in Grealish, in Bellingham. So exciting players, to bring to the table. I think we're in right now a strong position ahead of the World Cup. But injuries do change that. That's why it's important to test these players. People going, if you know your best 11 or you want the best 11, why do you need all these players? But you could get injuries before the tournament, during the tournament, and to have depth and quality is so important. You can't win the World Cup from just having a good 11. It's so much more than that. But tonight, England, very impressive, from the fans to Tuchel and his selection and the tactics to the players for delivering a performance. Good all round, a good Tuesday night, if you ask me. So again, as well, let me know who the man of the match is for you. For me, it has to be Harry Kane, but there are a lot of good options out there that you could pick. But thank you very much. Like, subscribe if you're new. And for now, a massive comment England. The England content will continue after the player ratings. There's still a couple more bits to go out on this game, but we'll continue when we next play in November. For now, the attention turns to fancy football content, to Tottenham content, to Spurs women content, all that kind of stuff. There will still be England content, but not as much, of course, when we don't play. So check it out. But if you're just interested in the England content, it'll be back in November. So make sure you do like, subscribe, and turn that notifications bell on so you find out when that content comes out. But come on, England, good win tonight.